We're going to look at mutually exclusive events. So when I have mutually exclusive events, it means if I pick one, it's impossible to get the other. For example, if I flip a coin, I get heads. I can't get tails. If I call on somebody and I randomly select Drea, that means it's impossible for me to pick Merdoof, because if I pick one, the other one is actually impossible to get. So we're going to look at mutually exclusive events here in example 4. I want to know, are they mutually exclusive? Does picking one prevent the other? So for example, on drawing a 3 or a 2, if I draw a 3 out of a deck of cards, is it impossible to draw 2 at the same time? Yes, it is. These are mutually exclusive. Well, you might be saying, what isn't mutually exclusive? Well, that is, I could pick 2 things that could occur at the same time. So on letter B, drawing a 7 or a red card from a standard deck. If I draw a 7, does that prevent that card from being red? No, it doesn't. I could get a 7 of hearts or a 7 of diamonds. So these are not mutually exclusive. Now, when we're looking at mutually exclusive events, the key is going to be the word or. When we did independent and dependent events, notice the key word was and. So when we have 2 things occurring at the same time, it's an and. With or, we're going to add them. So I'm going to look at the probability of A or the probability of B. That's what we're looking at here. So if we take a look at our first example here, our example 5, it says Danielle organizes all of his social media contacts into 3 groups. If the program sends Daniel an updated from randomly chosen contact, what's the probability the contact is either a close friend or an acquaintance? So we're going to start here by looking at the probability that he's a friend. Well, if I look at the probability of being a friend, notice there are 68 friends. And then my sample space is going to be 68 plus 24 plus 10, right? So 68, well, need my calculator. 68 plus 24 plus 10. So there are 102. So the probability of getting friend is 68 out of 102. Now, the probability of getting an acquaintance, well, that's going to be 24 out of 102. Well, then if I add them up to find the probability of both of them, of him picking a friend or an acquaintance, I'm going to add them up. I'm going to get 68 out of 102 plus 24 out of 102. Well, 68, well, that's going to be 92, isn't it? Because I'm going to add those up, or I can subtract from 102. So I get 92 out of 102. 92 divided by 102 will give us 0.90, or 90%. So he's got a 0.9% or 90% chance of picking a close friend or an acquaintance from the social group.